defense, number 17, Paige Benson. Junior in defense, number 18, Molly Durkin. Senior midfield, number 21, Lily Breen. Junior midfield, number 22, Cecilia Rock. Senior midfield, number 28, Emmy Mudd. And in goal this evening for the Bulldogs, a senior, number 33, Abby Wallace. Assistant coaches for the Bulldogs, Brittany Yeatman and Delaney Tompkins, and the head coach, Courtney Yeatman. And now introducing the home team, the Cougars of Boston High School. This is their 17th state tournament appearance and their 4th consecutive final appearance. Senior midfield, number 2, Anna Miller. Senior in attack, number 4, Ava Lambros. Sophomore midfield, number 6, Natalie Stromsky. Sophomore in defense, number 9, Abby Hose. Junior in defense, number 10, Natalie Worth. Sophomore in attack, number 13, Olivia Parker. Senior in defense, number 16, Abby Richard. Senior in attack, number 21, Delaney O'Malley. Freshman midfield, number 24, Marissa Dixon. Senior midfield, number 25, Ayla Galloway. Junior in attack, number 26, Sydney Grafton. And in goal this evening for Falston, a senior, number 28, Cameron Roner. Assistant coaches for Falston, Abby McCush, Alyn Abney, Jackie Cummings, and Becky Street, and the head coach is Maddie Palco. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise and please remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
As we welcome you in to the Class 1A Maryland Girls State Lacrosse Championship here live from Stevenson University, Mustang Stadium in Owings Mills, Maryland, where it will be the number 6 seed Falston Lady Cougars battling the number 8 seed Southern Lady Bulldogs, with the teams combining for 30 state appearances. Unbelievable. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Wiley Baker with Marquez Davila, Tim Blank, and on camera, it's Roscoe Hargrove. Big thanks to the MPSSAA, Stevenson University, and NFHS Network. Boys, we're in for a good one here. We've been saying it all along. only one #1 seed, and that's the Urbana boys. In regards to the girls, a lot of low seeds, but you never know it because these two teams are going to battle it out here today, Marquez.
I mean, Wiley, you want to talk about third time's the charm. This is the 4th consecutive year Falston has been in the state finals. They're not knocking on the door. They're already inside the living room here, metaphorically speaking. But nevertheless, the Cougars look to do what we've only seen Severna Park do, and that's sweep the men and women's state championships.
And Tim, when you look at both teams, you look at Ava Lambros and Sydney Grafton leading in goals and assists for the Cougars. For the Bulldogs, it's Emmy Mudd and it's Molly Schiavone.
I mean, you just look at this right here again. Falston just looking like that they want to try to do it again. They want to do exactly
girls state championship match.
They want to do exactly what the boys just did right here, and they also want to do what was done yesterday with a double champion by Severna Park, win both the boys and the girls championship. Honestly, with all the talent that this team has, they very well may do that.
And we get ready to start things up in the Class 1A Girls State Championship here in Maryland. On the opening draw, the Southern Bulldogs in the royal blue uniforms, the yellow numerals, the white trim, and it's 15 against 25. So that is Fleming for Southern, and that is Galloway for the Cougars. And Southern will go to the goal to your left. As I mentioned, in the blue, gold, and white, Falston. We just saw the boys play. Home white uniforms with the orange numerals and lettering and the brownish trim, should we say, and a turnover by Southern to start things off. Tell you what, both these teams, gentlemen, we look at Southern. They've won 4 titles. They've been in the semifinals 7 times, including 2021 and 2022, quarterfinals last year. Falston, unbelievable for them. They've won 2 titles. They've been in the finals the last 3 years, if you can believe it, in 21, 22, and 23. Semifinalists 6 more times and quarterfinalists another time.
I mean, you just can't say enough about what these teams have done to get here and how they're being represented with their friends, family, faculty here all in attendance. Some of you watching live on the NFHS network, but they just had to sit and watch a whole game. There's going to be some jitters and some mistakes here in this opening period. And
some great defense, which is what we'll find out from both of these squads. Again, a 10-player ride by both teams. Head coach Courtney Yateman said they've got to be able to break this. Same from Maddie Palco from Falston, and a whistle and a play on for the Bulldogs.
Something that we are keeping an eye on here weather-wise is that we are technically under a severe thunderstorm watch at the moment, which will go until about 8 o'clock. There is rain dotted on the radar at the moment, but right now it is not affecting us. Just something to keep in mind as we go forward.
And Emmy Mudd gets fouled. She will get a free opportunity from the 8. The defense pretty good initially by Falston, and that is number 24 who will be on her, and that's Marissa Dixon. So from the 8, top of the circle, here goes Mudd. Shot saved! In goal, Cameron Rohner, as you heard mentioned, but a hold. So Rohner with her first save in goal. Abby Wallace, also a senior in goal, a pair of seniors in goal for their final lacrosse game in high school. Can you believe it? Here's Mudd again. Emmy, the leading scorer for the Bulldogs from Harwood, way down in southern Anne Arundel County. Shot, and it's tipped again by Rohner. Another great save by Cameron, and it'll be cleared by the goalkeeper.
This Falston Cougar team, Wiley, averaging 12 goals a game in the state tournament. That's absurd on any level. Nevertheless, they're going to come ready to play. It's just who and when, because they've got players like Ava Lambos and Sydney Grafton that can attack you literally and figuratively behind the cage.
Yeah, we all said before the game, if we don't see Lambros get her 70th goal, can you believe 70th? She has 69 goals. That's an incredible number at any level. Driving in, Opportunity, shot, and a score, and the first one on the board for the Falston Cougars. Anna Miller gets on the board at 8:41 to go in the first, and it's a 1-0 Cougar lead.
And right on cue, I said it right there. It's not if and when, or it's not when and where, it's who and when. And just like that, getting us started was Miller. Unassisted on that goal. She took it all by herself, and guess what? Just like we saw last game, Falston strikes first.
Yeah, a little spin move there, Tim. I mean, I've seen you make that move in basketball, but in lacrosse I haven't. I mean, that she was on her toes, a little ballet move there.
I mean, certainly just a great stick control right there in order to use that to get past the goalie there. What a way to start off the game right there for the Cougars.
Maddie Palco has to like that, assisted by Abby Mikush, Aline Abney, Jackie Cummings, and Becky Street. And now ball bounded around, and Courtney Yateman, head coach of Southern, has to like that, and now a foul. The Bulldogs will take it. Nice sportsmanship there by the Cougars. Number 4, Ava Lambros, should we be surprised. Courtney Yateman for the Lady Bulldogs, assisted by her sister, Brittany Yateman, Delaney Tompkins, and Shannon Barnhart.
And Wiley, you want to talk about next level programs. I mean, this Falston Cougars team has 9 players going to be playing on the next level, which is just absurd to even talk about, but we'll get more into that as this game transpires.
Yeah, so many stories, like Abby Wallace in goal for Southern. She's been there for so long, I can't even tell you the last goalkeeper for Southern. And another save, number 3 for Cameron Roner. The senior coming up big early because Southern's getting some point-blank shots, a whistle, and a foul with 7:45 to go in the first. No score in this one.
And you can see the keeper, Roner, really warmed up. Her coaches got her right, and so did her team, because that's back-to-back saves where she's used her stick and not the pipes or the defense to get that save.
How about Roner wearing the knickers in goal, Wallace wearing the shorts in goal? And there's going to be an illegal, actually they're going to call that a warding off on Southern, so possession to Falston, and here comes a fast break opportunity. Nice pass down the near side of the field for the team in white, orange, and brown.
And you can hear that wind picking up huge right now. Like our analyst Tim Blank said, you got to watch out. We'll keep an eye out for that as well as things transpire.
Analyst or meteorologist? Oh, inside, nice pass, shot, and a bounce shot on the follow-up. It's number 4, Ava Lambros. Marquez, that is number 7-0 for her.
That is just incredible. Not just number 7-0, but also number 201. She has 201 goals over her career. I mean, if we try to talk about that for as long as we could, we'd be here until tomorrow, Wiley. Just absurd, and we're going to get a timeout on the field by Southern after giving up 2 quick goals.
Yeah, right away. Good timeout by Courtney Yateman. She doesn't want things to get out of hand early. And we're going to take a quick break. 2-0. Falston leads Southern in the Class 1A Girls Maryland State Lacrosse Championship. 6:47 to go in the first on the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Tim Blank, Marquez Davila, and Roscoe Hargrove on the camera. And we had John yesterday on the PA, Ryan today on the PA. Big help from Melba and Brian from MPSSAA. Have the people from Stevenson University, they were so nice last year. Can they get any nicer than what they have been? The hospitality's been great. Great folks from NFHS Network. Wiley Baker with you here. A quick timeout by the Southern Bulldogs out of Anne Arundel County. They trail Hartford County's Falston Cougars by a score of 2-0. And gentlemen, Falston is a fast break team. They like putting up big numbers. They've done it all year long. Only 3 games that I see in which they put up single digits. So obviously, and one time in the playoffs against South Carroll. But other than that, they're looking to score double digits in this one again.
I mean, just right now, Falston taking cues from the boys' game that just concluded a little while ago. They're just putting their foot on the accelerator, using their speed thus far here in this one to really just race past Southern.
Yeah, 30 combined appearances in the state, so both these teams are familiar, and there's going to be an illegal procedure on Southern, so possession right out of the timeout goes to Falston, so Courtney Aitman cannot be happy about that, but she and her coaches barking out a defense and trying to gear their team up, and a great move, circling around, shot, and a bounce shot, and a score!
That's number 28, I believe.
It was.
On there, Cameron Rohner with the goal, and right now, if it rains, it pours.
Goal number 26.
Correction,
Sydney
26, Sydney Grafton with the goal there. We had a similar thing in the boys' game right there, the 6 and the 8. A little tough to read from up here, but what a play by her right there. A 3-0 Falston lead here, not even halfway through the first quarter.
And head coach Maddie Palco, like I said, this is determination at its finest. 3 straight years with the silver. They're going for the gold this year, like we talked about the old Buffalo Bills analogy. I don't think that's going to be the case for them today.
Yeah, the Southern Bulldogs have to get rocking and rolling here. They're the 8th seed. They defeated the 1 CMIT North handily 18-2, and then upset Middletown as well 12-10. So they got in via a pair of upsets, as did the Falston Cougars. Possession says PA Ryan, and now Falston with the 50-50 ball. We've seen 50-50 balls be a big factor in the first 4 championships, gentlemen. We've also seen rebounds be a big factor.
And time of possession, and just like that, we're halfway through the first period. Who's had the time of possession? The Falston Cougars.
And the Cougars will slow things down outside the 12, cut inside the 8, and now just a slap shot inside, and Wallace's first save. Oh, that would have been something.
She was bearing down on that one. It looked like for a split second that was going to be a nice completion, and then just zip it right past.
Elise Buckler looking for the slap shot like Alex Ovechkin, but couldn't get it to go, so here come the Bulldogs.
See if they can respond here after getting in a 3-0 hole early. And we've seen some flashes of greatness from this Southern team in the opening moments. They just got to get the shots and the goals on the scoreboard.
Now, Southern and Falston, similar to the other 1A, 2A teams we've talked about, they have to play a lot of 3A, 4A, strike pass, shot, and score! Oh, a give and go, and a dandy pass by Brooke Parks to number 15, Haley Fleming, for the goal, and that is the offense Courtney Aitman's looking for.
Right on cue. I said we've seen flashes of greatness. They get a couple passes, a cutter across the middle, and then you put it, and that one tickles the cords. And now you get that monkey off your back, not having to score the pressure in a state championship. The lights are starting to turn on. That is a pressure that's relieved. Now you just got to keep on snowballing and do your best, because Falston is going to be giving you 48 minutes straight of hard championship ball.
Yeah, but a real good effort right there on the part of the Bulldogs. Just a really good answer there. They want to try to string a couple of these together now. They don't want to let Falston go on another run.
Yeah, Parks really with a nice feed there, waiting for Fleming, who is outside the 12-meter arc, to really make her full cut. Hit her on the run, quarterback to receiver, and then she was not only able to catch it, she didn't have to really one time it. She got to take a step and put her whole body behind that shot. 3-1 Falston. Southern's on the board at the 5:03 mark of the first quarter, but Falston wins the draw and has the possession. Going to the goal to your right, and they'll work it around. to the far side. That's Miller now to, I believe that's Buckler, and now back to Miller and swung around to the right side. Into the stick of O'Malley. Inside, pass shot, and that is a one-timer and a score. That pretty play.
That time they didn't miss.
Is that Lambros again? Oh, yes, it is.
What a play right there. I mean, they tried to run that a little while ago, and it didn't go to perfection, but that right there,
left in the first quarter.
you couldn't do it any better. And right now, Falston in the driver's seat right now, and they've got control of the radio.
How many times do you think the public address announcer has said Grafton to Lambros?
I mean, too many times to count, and Lambros playing on the next level. She'll be at Flagler College playing ball.
71 goals for Lambros on the season and 49 assists for Grafton on the season. 4-1. Lady Cougars lead the Lady Bulldogs.
Oh my goodness, what a snag.
That was incredible. The draws are so much different in girls lacrosse than the face-offs are in boys lacrosse. I mean, just the positioning has to be so good by the drawers, should we say.
I see the picture you're trying to draw there.
High pass. I'm an artiste. Wiley Baker d'artiste. And a steal by the Bulldogs, and now a foul. That was a great job on defense on a high pass. It got away from the Cougars, and Paige Benson with the steal. She'll restart from just inside her 20. Sounds like a football terminology there.
Yellow card issued to Falston, number 13.
So that is going to be a, what are they going to call?
2
That
minutes.
is 2 minutes, and it's going to be a cross-check above the neck. This is a 2-minute, what they call in girls lacrosse, either a power play or an extra player on. So a power play here for 2 minutes for Southern.
I think she earned every second of that 2-minute penalty. She definitely laid the wood on that hit that we got right here.
So the Bulldogs going to the goal to the left. Roner with 3 saves for the Cougars. Wallace with a save for the Bulldogs. And now we have a stoppage of time on the clock. And let's see what we've got.
They're going to turn it back over to Falston.
Yeah, there was some sort of foul on Southern, and I believe it was offside. Too many players on the offensive side of the field for the Bulldogs, and on the power play, they have to give it up. So Falston will now, I'm not so sure if they're going to try to kill clock or try to score. They are very, very strong offensively. Let's see if Southern's defense can amp up here. A team that has given up single digits a number of times this season. And it does look like Falston's trying to kill clock.
Up 3 goals here in the first quarter, plus trying to kill a penalty. It's probably the right thing for them to do.
In their 18 games, Southern has given up single digits half the time. How about that?
What you call an effective defense.
Yeah, the only team 2A in Anne Arundel County, everybody else is 3A and 4A. No 1A schools. Pardon me, well, they are a 1A school, so I guess I should say no 2A schools. Everybody else 3 and 4A. So Falston trying to kill the clock here. 30 seconds now left on the penalty to Olivia Parker. Good motion offense here as scrambling away is Isla Galloway. And now a play on a foul by Southern. And they're going to run out the penalty. 10 seconds to go. Southern putting the pressure on, straight up man-to-man defense. But Galloway with the possession. And she will just run it out, and the teams are at even strength. Galloway looks like a power forward in there. She, don't know if she plays basketball, but I can tell you this. She's got the moves. and the footwork and the height. And nice pass, shot, and good defense from behind, and a save as it was Schiavone with the defense, and Wallace with save number 2.
Barely kept that one in bounds.
Yeah, on the clear, and now Southern loses it on the clear, and there's a whistle and a foul on the Bulldogs' possession to the Cougars. Going to the goal to the right, almost a steal, but right there once again is Galloway. Isla makes a move to the left, and the Bulldogs pounce it in. Oh, wide open pass, shot, and score!
That
Pretty pass and shot. And that actually was Sydney Grafton to Isla Galloway, I believe. We'll wait for the call.
Goal number 25, Ayla Galloway.
Galloway with the goal there.
I believe Grafton on the assist.
There was just no one around her, no one within about 5 yards of her when she got that ball. She just did the rest herself.
Well, the funny thing is you have to put pressure on Grafton or she's going to chop up your defense. That is her 50th assist on the season.
52 seconds left.
Talk about having a
Boston
point guard.
5,
52
1.
seconds to go in this first quarter of action. It is Falston 5 and Southern 1. Lambros with a pair of goals. Grafton with a goal and 2 assists. Miller and Galloway with goals. And now Southern with a much-needed draw victory by Haley Fleming. Clock down to 40 seconds. And behind the goal for the Bulldogs is Brooke Parks. She flips it further behind the goal and now setting the offense is Emmy Mudd. Number 28 is double teamed. She will be allowed this game. Nice pass inside, shot and score! Going down to the turf, and what a goal for the Southern Lady Bulldogs.
It was a jam-packed first period.
And what an attack right there, getting in on it. Basically putting everything on the line just to make that shot.
Brooke Parks with the goal. She has a goal and an assist. Tremendous assist. We'll have to see. I believe it was Cecilia Rock with 19.3 seconds to go. A 4-goal lead is now down to 3. It's Falston 5 and Southern 2.
Southern goal number 8, Brooke Park.
Clark gives credit.
19 seconds left in the first. Falston leads 5-2.
The official, we're not starting it off just yet.
And now violation. There's a foul on the draw, and
now
Southern gets it with 15 seconds to go, Tim.
Southern would love to pull within 2 here by the end of the quarter.
Nice switch right to left. Shot saved by Roner. Rebound in the crease, and Roner will hang on to it. She has to get out of the crease in 10 seconds, and she does. And that is the end of quarter number 1.
Southern 2.
Well, somewhat interesting. The first 3 for the Lady Cougs, 1 for the Bulldogs, 2 more for the Cougs, and another for the Bulldogs.
It's a championship fight for a reason. You don't just see punches being thrown from one angle. Both teams really going back and forth, and that's what you got to do when everything's on the table.
Falston Lady Cougars 5, Southern Lady Bulldogs 2. We'll take a break and then return with the second quarter in a moment as you're watching the Maryland Class 1A Girls Lacrosse Championship on the NFHS Network.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. how to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Ava Lambros with a pair of goals in the first stanza, and her cohort, Sydney Grafton, with a goal and 2 assists to lead the way for the Falston Lady Cougars, looking for their 13th victory of the season against 6 defeats against the 10-8 Lady Bulldogs. The number 6 seed leads the number 8, 5-2, Falston over Southern, and along with Tim Blank, Marquez Davila, and Roscoe Hargrove, Wiley Baker with you. Marquez, an exciting first quarter of action. Southern really got goals when they had to have goals to not let Falston get too far ahead here.
Yeah, you didn't want to let the gap get too large, and they were able to close that gap. But, I mean, in back-to-back games today, Wiley, we've seen teams score 5 goals and 7, and we're not even going to see some teams score that much at all in the whole game. It's impressive to see the opening frames that some of these programs have had and displayed for us live on the NFHS network.
Yeah, Haley Fleming getting her 22nd goal of the season for the Lady Bulldogs from Parks. And then Parks, Brooke gets a goal off of an assist, we believe, from Rock, and we'll double check that with next door to us in the official scorers book. But 5-2 we know for sure. And Tim, that timeout was big by Courtney Yateman because it kind of settled the Bulldogs down a little bit.
Oh, definitely, especially when it seemed like that Falston was going for a repeat of what the boys team did in the first game of today's action. You know, them getting that timeout was critical in that moment. A little bit of a hard bit of contact right there, stopping the clock briefly, but back up on our own feet, under our own power. Looks like we're ready to go again.
You know, we've seen a couple of slips, and that's the first time we've really seen the turf monster, and that's Ava Lambros, and you definitely don't want her getting hurt. She tried to make a cut, and her foot just got caught right at about the 30-yard line. That was scary. I mean, that's, I don't even want to go into.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Thankfully, no real problems there.
Yeah,
but.
I mean, she just went right down, maybe minimal contact, but no whistle, no flag, and the turf monster just kind of grabbed her by the ankle. Glad she's okay. 5-2 Falston, just underway, second quarter of action. Wiley Baker with the guys here, the TMWR gang.
The Tomorrow gang.
There you go. I guess I should say TMRW then. The Tomorrow gang.
That was one
here today.
Gone tomorrow. like I will be.
Literally and figuratively.
That's right. We're going to miss you, Tim, but we're glad you're here today for the first 6. And again, like you mentioned, Tim, that ball would have been out of bounds for the guys, but for the girls, the widest lines on the field belong to ladies lacrosse.
Yellow lines that are on this field. Yes, indeed. I mean, all these, that's one of the benefits to these turf fields that has been, greatly, a great asset to these localities and these universities and institutions that invest in them, is that you can't have multiple events. Plus, you do not have to worry about general upkeep, about severe upkeep.
Yeah.
You do have to keep an eye on the turf because the turf can degrade over time. But at the same time, I mean, just you look at this. I mean, you've got 4 sports on this one field. Here we go.
Nice pass. Oh, and a little bit wide on the shot, but nice coverage by Abby Wallace. That was a great pass from behind the goal again by Grafton.
You can tell that Lambros is kicking herself on that one because she was
right out of my mouth.
Right in front of net on that one.
How many times do you think she's missed
Another
one like that? Shot, and again wide.
$2 for $1.
Grafton to Lambros. I tell you what, the defense has been tough by Cecilia Rock, who has an assist, and she has the duty of guarding Ava Lambros. Meantime, Haley Fleming in there as well. Spin move, both ways, shot and score! It's an unassisted goal for number 26. Sydney Grafton gets it.
And
2 goals, 2 assists in this one.
She's filling up the stat sheet, and we're hoping here, and everyone in attendance doesn't have to see lightning strike twice in the same spot, but we just witnessed that with Lambros missing far left in back-to-back shot opportunities, not even 10 seconds differential. I don't think we see that again. She's a marksman when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net. I mean, 202 career goals. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so I am taking a quick peek at the radar at the moment. The one lone cell that has us under the storm watch at the moment, it's passing south of us at the moment. Looks like it may still get us. We do see the faint remnants of a rainbow from up here in the booth, just over top the Stevenson campus. But overall, right now, as far as we know, it is still sunny right here at Mustang Stadium. So we're crossing our fingers, hoping that if anything, it's just a little bit of rain. And if that's the worst of it, then we'll gladly take that.
Here comes Rachel Breen for the Bulldogs, moving her way through a triple team, gets the ball checked away.
That was a great check right there by number 19 for, I believe that's actually 18, Alexa Wilson on defense. That was crazy.
And I'm also taking a look coming back into the stadium. It looks like it's Falston's boys team.
Yeah, they took a little trek around the campus, I think, Tim.
I think so, because they're coming from the bridge that's out by the practice field, by the beach volleyball pit.
Inside shot, mud, no, turned away by Cameron Roner, and Southern is closest. No, it is Falston closest to it. Oh, that was by a fingernail.
And I said it in the last game when the Falston boys were playing. The girls were tuning in. It's only right that the boys tune in to see if they can break the 3-year silver spell and get that gold this year.
Yeah, and Falston, one of 5 schools with both boys and girls in the championship. And Southern trying to break that trend. Again, this is a very veteran coaching staff for both squads. They know how to win. They know how to win in big games, and they know how to be the underdog. So right now, both these squads feel like, hey, it's our time, it's our turn. 6-2 Falston right now after Grafton's second goal. Outside, making a little move. Anna Miller inside, shot, save! A dandy by Wallace, her 4th.
Kick, save, and a beauty right there for Wallace.
That was nice, and she didn't stand. She was 10 toes down in the crease. She really wanted that one.
Yeah, can you believe playing in shorts? We had a goalie in shorts and a goalie in knickers. Gotta love it. Who cares about the shins?
High school lacrosse, it's amazing.
Can we quote you on that, Tim Blank? I think that needs to be an NFHS Network quote. Got to give you a bag of Skittles and a bigger bag of M&Ms for that one.
I would think so. Yeah.
Nice move inside, spin, shot wide. The defense has been just swarming. That time, Molly Schiavone.
Grafton almost put that one upper deck on that one, but she wasn't able to.
But as you said, Wiley, give credit to this Southern defense. They have dialed it up here in the second quarter, really not giving the Cougars much room to do much of anything. 1 goal allowed, but that's been about it.
And now a move inside, and again, Miller cannot get inside. Flag up, and this will be a free opportunity from the, going to be from the 12. I thought it was going to be from the 8, but from the 12. So this will be Anna Miller, another one of the seniors on Falston. She will try to work her way in against the triple team, and it's stick checked away, but a foul is called on Schiavone. I tell you what, between Schiavone and Fleming on the inside, they are not afraid to take the foul. Also in there, Gabby Tompkins, number 3, and number 2, Addie Kajeski. One thing you're going to see with these two squads, they are going to leave it all on the field. Not that everybody else hasn't, but I tell you what, they're not afraid to take a foul. And The interesting part about girls lacrosse is knowing how to take a foul without getting a 2-minute penalty. Move by Miller, shot, score! Anna Miller.
Boston goal number 2, Anna Miller.
You're just seeing the greatness right here for the Cougars.
5:29 left in the second.
And right now, 5.5 minutes until halftime. Southern, you know, they need to figure something out quick here, or else this one's going to get away from them.
I tell you what, there is nothing wrong with Anna Miller's shoes. That's her second goal. And how many times did she stop, start on that? It was like stop, start, shift, stop, start, shift, stop, start, score. You know, it's how many times as a defender can you continue to move before you want to stick check? And as soon as the defender stick checks, that's where she takes that one more step and puts it in the back of the net.
Yeah, she's got feet as quick as a hiccup here, but like I've said before, you really have to just have admiration for how Falston's had this date circled on their calendar since the beginning of the season. 3 straight finals appearances without getting that illustrious trophy. This has been premeditated the way that they're coming against right here.
Oh, sorry. I had a little hiccup there.
I see what you did there.
Southern gets the draw this time via an illegal procedure on Falston. And let's see if the Bulldogs can capitalize, down 7-2, coming down to 5 minutes to go in the first half of action. And this is really good news, knock on wood. We have got sunshine like yesterday on the field. The temperature has dropped about, I'm going to say 10 degrees. It's probably in the mid to upper 70s. It was near 90 when we started our first of 3 games. We've still got one more after this one, the nightcap, hoping to make it through the night with no precipitation via meteorologist Tim Blank.
Right now, I would say it's looking looking pretty hopeful, but I will say, just taking a look at the radar now, yeah, tomorrow is going to be really the kind of the key day.
Oh, Mudd with a nice pass, shot and save.
Oh, what a save.
Usually it's Fleming to Mudd. It was Mudd to Fleming. And Fleming gets the rebound, but a tremendous 5th save by Cameron Rohner. Wow, pair of seniors combining for 9 saves already in this one.
And she's wearing sweats, but she's not sweating anything in that cage.
There you go.
Not at all. And Southern setting up their offense behind the goal. That's Brooke Parks. She wants to get it to the right side to Mudd, but the defense is really good by Marissa Dixon. Mudd looking for the pass inside, now on the curl. Being pushed outside the 8, now outside the 12 are the Bulldogs, and that is number 28, Emmy Mudd again. Mudd has to pass it around to the right side, and that's Lily Breen. Breen to the back of the goal as Southern trying to somehow figure out this Lady Cougar defense. That's Brooks. 3:15 to go in the second quarter. 7-2 Falston. This is like a final exam. They're trying to, how do we maneuver our way through a defense that's really sucking it inside the 12? Oh, good move, but pushed away is Brooke Parks. Excellent defense by Natalie Worth.
Honestly, just looking at it right now, Wiley, it's that size of the Falston defense, I think that's really the big difference right now. They really can't run anything inside because they're just overmatched size-wise.
So behind the goal, Southern will have it, and this is Emmy Mudd. Mudd to the left side. Now a pass inside, and it's stolen. The pass was by Parks. She was looking for a cutter inside, but it's taken away by the Lady Cougs, and that's Ava Lambros. Starting the fast break, far side, now to the middle, back to Lambros. Makes a left to right move, shot, score! Ava Lambros with the hat trick at 2:17 to go in the second. It is an 8-2 Falston advantage.
There's nothing you can say about greatness. We're witnessing it here. You, the viewer on NFHS, you're getting a taste of Ava Lambros, who, if you've been with us the last 4 years, has been on this stage at this university trying to win her team a state championship. She's not going home without that gold, Wiley.
Yeah, and I don't really think it's Southern not taking the shots. I just think they're taking shots that are really good shots, and Cameron Roner is kind of going to a totally different level in the goal, Tim. I mean, she's really been sharp.
I mean, and again, I think as well, the defense for Falston as well. Again, we saw that right there. They were looking for any opening they could, and they just had it sealed off like it's a vault at the First National Bank.
Is First National Bank still in business?
Probably not. Not at this stage. Maybe I should have said the Gotham Bank or something. I don't know.
There you go. There you go. Sealed as tight as a baggie. But, yeah, just really, really great defense by the Cougars. This is going to be a hold on the Bulldogs.
Go back to the Cougars here. So we're just over 2 minutes to go here until halftime, Wiley.
Yeah, and if you are hearing that breeze is a true breeze, it's not really cold, it's just cool. And trying to make a move inside is Grafton. Grafton gives it up and finds Lambros. Lambros will kick it up top to Grafton, and Grafton will set the offense. Pardon me, that is Dixon, Galloway, should I say, up top, number 25.
They're going to be content at the moment to just take as much time as possible, up 7 before, or up 6, I should say, before they take a shot.
Oh, that's great defense inside as Galloway tried to switch from right to left side, and it's scooped up by Kajeski. Addy. It's going to be a card and a 2-minute slash on number 25, Isla Galloway.
She's one of the better defenders that the Cougars have. So if Southern wants to make something happen, now's the time to do it.
They've got the last 129 of the first half, and they've got the first 31 seconds of the second half. And this will be Kajeski, a freshman out on the field for Courtney Aitman. Swung to Molly Durkin.
Oh, that took a weird bounce.
Yeah, it really did, to Gabby Tompkins. Nice job by Tompkins scooping that up. That's the first weird bounce we've really seen on this turf.
There must have been some spin on that ball, and that's why it was so hard to corral.
We'll have to see if Gaylord Perry's in the stands. You know, I got his autograph up at Cooperstown one time, going up there with my baseball team this year again. Excited about that, but right here, Stevenson University, Mustang Stadium, and now there's going to be a foul. A golden opportunity with 53.4 seconds to go. Clock stops inside the last 1 minute of each half on fouls, and this will belong to Molly Schiavone.
I don't want to say this is a must-make situation here, but pretty much if you don't get 3 goals by the end of the half, it's not looking too bright.
Schiavone from the right side of the 8-meter arc. Left-hand shot, score! Oh, that was a pretty switch of hands by Schiavone. She had the mindset of what she wanted to do before she took off from the 8. And Marquez with 49.7 seconds to go in the first half. You called it a must goal, and Schiavone was the one who got it.
You just can't have those opportunities and come up empty-handed and think you're going to win the state championship. It's just not going to happen when you've got a hungry Cougar team that has been here the last 3 years. They know what this is about, but you needed something to take into the halftime break to talk about, because if you were down 8-2, 1 goal per period against a team that's got 8, what can you say? There's really not much you can say besides being overpowered by the Cougars.
The draw is big here because this is an unreleasable penalty here on the slash. So if Southern can win the draw, they could, in essence, score again. And, of course, they still have basically 30 seconds to start the second half. But Falston will now try to kill the power play.
Filthy.
Into the stick of mud.
That was Delaney O'Malley on that one. Wow, what a draw. And they're going for it.
That's Grafton. Grafton shot, and closest to it, Grafton, 26. Mudd, of course, 28 on Southern, inside 25 seconds. I think Maddie Palco's saying, let's pull it away and hold off for 1. This is Ava Lambros. She will make the pass to Elise Buckler. Buckler switches from right to left and back to right, inside 10 seconds. Inside pass, that's Miller, and she's fouled with 3.4 seconds. Oof. She'll have to adjust the headgear Tell you what, it's been a very physical game. And Miller now, she will have to take it from the 12? No.
No, it looks like.
Yeah, the official was.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the official was directing Gabby Tompkins outside the 12. It looks like the 8, Tim.
Yep.
So Abby Miller here. We should have just said that together. We could sing a duo together, Tim. So let's see, 3.4 seconds to go. Here goes Anna Miller. Shot and wide. And the clock will run out at the end of the first half. So we'll go to a draw to start the third quarter. And the Bulldogs will have a power play for 31 more seconds. 8-3, Falston over Southern at the break, gentlemen.
You just can't say enough about the persistent attacking consistency by the Falston Cougars. Like I said, they are not leaving anything back. With an 8-3 lead, that is not going to be enough. They have lost the last 3 state championships here at this venue. They know they cannot do anything that they've done in the past. This is a whole new, fresh slate, and right now, you're halfway home. You got 24 more minutes until a state champion is crowned.
The Stars have shown, Tim, for the Lady Cougars with Lambros with 3 goals, Grafton with 2 goals, 2 assists.
I mean, again, it's just been a tremendous effort, and the defense for Falston has been tremendous as well. But taking a look on the other side right here, Southern Anne Arundel, they're not out of this right here. I mean, if they can get one good run going in the second quarter to start things off, anything can happen here. Like, only down 5 going into the half. Honestly, that's not the worst position for them to be in.
Just ask the Maryland Terps men's lacrosse team what happened against Duke, and they were able to come from a big deficit to win that one. Really, the X factor for the Lady Bulldogs has been Abby Wallace in goal. She has 5 saves along with Cameron Roner. But for the Lady Cougars, other than the stars that have shown, I think Anna Miller, number 2, has really stepped up her game here, gentlemen. And I think she's played exceptionally well. We'll talk more about that in the third quarter. We'll take a little break and have a word from our sponsors as you're watching the Maryland 1A Girls Lacrosse Championship. It's the Falston Lady Cougars 8 and the Southern Lady Bulldogs 3 at the half on the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would happen. My family never thought it would happen. And then within 2.5 years, here I am.
He's actually a madman whenever it comes to playing on the sticks.
You know, he's going to be the first one that pursues this into an academic career.
Me getting an esports scholarship could show other students that it's possible for them too, as long as they put their mind to it and put some effort into it.
With great brands at the best prices at Academy Sports and Outdoors, you'll always find more fun. More of this, and more of this, and this. So you can do more of that, and that, and that, and definitely some of that. While getting together for more of that, and that. Yes! Have more fun with great brands at the best prices, only at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
I can hear that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah!
Come on! What's wrong with
I just wanted to take a minute to thank you for all that you do officiating high school football.
What you do matters, and what you do is important for our student athletes.
Without you and what you do, it's just practice.
I know you've worked hard in your preparation this offseason, and now it's game time.
Go out there and call them like you see them.
Embrace the grind.
And the biggest thing of all is to have fun.
Please, stay safe, have a great season, and we'll all be watching.
Welcome back to Stevenson University's Mustang Stadium here in Owings Mills, Maryland. Along with Tim Blank, Marquez Davila, and Roscoe Hargrove, with a big thanks to the MPSSAA, our great folks here, and host Stevenson University and the NFHS Network. Wiley Baker with you here. 8-3 at the break. The Falston Lady Cougars lead the Southern Lady Bulldogs as the Falston Lady Cougars look to win their third title, their first since 2012. They have been finalists the last 3 years. Meantime, Southern going for their fifth title, going for their first title, should I say. They have been finalists 4 times, semifinalists the last 2, 2021, 2022, quarterfinalists in 2023. So the championship pedigree is there, gentlemen.
Oh, no two ways about it. Falston has done, I think, a tremendous job of cultivating a winning culture. And again, like you said, Marquez, we've seen it at so many sports over the years, getting the chance to see them whenever we're covering stuff up here in Maryland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of surprising Southern in girls lacrosse does not have a title. The boys won the title a couple of years ago, But a lot of things going on in high school sports. Tim, you said you're going to be at track and field coming up tomorrow. We'll miss you here, obviously, but we know you'll have a great call there. But baseball and softball, lots of hardball going on.
Absolutely. We got the championship set for both baseball and softball. Baseball, of course, at Regency Furniture Stadium down in Waldorf, Maryland on Friday and Saturday. Friday, only one game on the docket. It'll be Walt Whitman against Leonardtown for the 4A championship. In the 1A, starting on Saturday, Brunswick will take on Patterson Mill at 1 o'clock. Glen Elk against Middletown in the Class 2A at 4 o'clock. Glen Elk beat Falston 8-2 in one semifinal, but Middletown outlasted Patuxent 2-1 in 13 innings to earn their spots in the finals this Saturday. And in Class 3A, Magruder going to be taking on Chesapeake Anne Arundel in the nightcap. A 3-5 at 7 o'clock. Of course, all those times approximate because, well, we all know that those schedules can go easily out of whack if we get some extra innings or some long-running games.
Yeah, Jeff Young's Cougars trying to win 2 championships in his 3-year tenure after taking over for Kenny King.
Taking a look on the other side of the schedule for the softball championships. 2A and 3A on Friday, 1A and 4A on Saturday. 2A, 3A in the 2A championship, it'll be Rising Sun against Huntingtown, scheduled for 5:30 p.m. out at College Park. Then Sherwood against Linganore in the 3A championship. Approximate start time for that, 8 o'clock. On Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock, Boonesboro and Allegheny in the 1A championship. And to close out the events of the afternoon, Eleanor Roosevelt against Leonardtown in the 4A state championship for all the marbles.
8-3. The Southern Bulldogs in the royal blue uniforms, the gold numerals and lettering, the white trim, gain the possession on the draw, going to the left goal to start this third quarter of action. And Falston in their home white uniforms with the orange numerals and lettering and the brownish gold trim. 8-3 Falston over Southern in this one. Southern getting goals from Fleming, Parks, and Schiavone. Parks and Rock with assists on those first 2 goals, and they're looking to start off the second half with a goal to trim this lead down to 4. The power play is over, but the drive, the shot, and the bounce shot goes in. Haley Fleming started off the scoring for the Lady Bulldogs. She starts off the second half for the Lady Bulldogs with a goal.
You need that coming out of the half because, like I said, that they have got 8 goals on their side. That number's only going to grow when you got someone that has 200 career goals and a tandem like Lambros and Grafton. But they're not out. Like I said, it's just 1 goal at a time, possession by possession. You make it count. You make the deficit get smaller, and that's how you play the game to win. Like I said, I don't see Falston taking their foot off the gas, so if you're not going to step on the gas pedal as well, I mean, what are we here for, you know?
Yeah, Fleming with a great draw win as well, you know, and the entire halftime, the Southern Lady Bulldogs were standing in a circle, and they win another draw. They've scored 2 in a row. Schiavone with 49.7 seconds to go in the half. Fleming to start the second half. I was a little shocked that Southern didn't work a little quicker with a 31-second power play, but they slowed things down, and I think they stunned Falston just a little bit by not going directly to the goal. So again, they'll slow it down. Courtney Yateman, the head coach, Brittany Yateman, Delaney Tompkins, and Shannon Barnhart, the assistants, and that whole halftime, they were in discussion mode as one big circle, not offense and defense, just one big Bulldog squad. As this is Emmy Mudd. She is not on the board as the leading scorer.
Flag up.
And this is going to be an opportunity from the 12 for Addie Kajeski, I believe. Number 2 it is. Yeah, Emmy Mudd has been well defended, and obviously head coach Maddie Palco and her staff, Abby Mikush, Elaine Abney, Jackie Cummings, and Becky Street know all about Emmy Mudd and her 48 goals and 8 assists on the season.
If you're Falston here, you cannot afford to give up another goal here and make it a 3-goal lead when you were just up 8-2.
And Mudd has made, to her credit, has made a couple of nice passes, like this one here, going in, shot, but a save! Oh, what a tremendous save, number 6 by Cameron Roner. And again, another nice pass by Mudd, Tim.
That's a momentum shifter if I've ever seen one right there for Falston.
They've woken up.
I'm telling you. You know, Emmy Mudd has really been impressive. She hadn't been able to get to the goal and put it in the goal, but her passing has been sharp. And her teammates have just not been able to put it in the back of the net. Wow, just tremendous. We don't see a lot of times 2 seniors in goal, but these 2 are stepping up, and that time it was Cameron Roner's turn. On the left side, pass inside, shot and score!
There's the swing right there, going from potentially 8-5 to 9-4. That's a huge swing right there for Falston.
Yeah, that was 21, Delaney O'Malley, not O'Malley, O'Malley, the assist to Sydney Grafton. What a shock. She has a hat trick of assists.
And we talked about it in the last game. You had 3 Kings brothers. This Falston team has 2 O'Malley sisters. So both of the sisters, both seniors, and are really making an impact in this game today, Wiley.
We already had a set of twins in a game yesterday, I believe it was. And it's like we've got more twins in the making. Kaylee and Delaney. Delaney a little taller at 5'6". Kaylee at 5'6", and Delaney at 5'10", both seniors.
And on the attack. Love to see it. But yeah, Tim, you hit the nail right on the head. That's a 2-goal swing right there, and in the second half, you don't have that much time left. There's only 20 minutes of game time left, so you got to make everything count.
And right now, just not at all the break that Southern needed in that moment. Again, if they get the goal down there at that point, you know, you're talking about a 3-goal deficit. I mean, who knows?
8-5 versus 9-4 for sure.
Exactly.
And then you start having flashbacks if you're Falston. They've lost the last 3 championships here at Stevenson University. That starts to come creeping up back in the head, especially when you had such a large differential. Now it's the doors back wide open. If they can get it back to 6, that puts a lot more pressure on Southern.
Yeah, and Southern has nothing to lose. They're the 8 seed. They've been the underdog all along at 10-8.
Yeah, this is nowhere close for this season to be a failure, win or lose here.
And Falston definitely, as the quote-unquote favorite as the 6th seed, they've played as the underdog the entire playoffs as well. But like you said, having gotten so far the last 3 years, it's like, okay, is it finally going to be our turn? 9-4 is the score. Lady Cougars over the Lady Bulldogs as we come down inside 8.5 minutes to go in the third. Still plenty of time to go for both squads. The magic number for Falston, they like to hit double digits. They think once they get 10, their defense can hold up. We shall see. Mudd behind the goal. Looking inside. Lily Breen was there, but no. Mudd makes a spin move. The defense by Marissa Dixon has been unbelievable. She just will not let Mudd turn the corner far enough to be able to put it on a good shot. High pass, it's a ground ball, still not scooped up, now it is.
And that was scooped up quicker than a $100 bill, Wiley. They were not going to let Southern get a second chance opportunity.
Beautiful play, believe that was number 8, Elise Buckler, down the field. Here comes Falston as they will slow things down. Again, that's Sydney Grafton, and she just kind of knows what to do.
Cool, calm, and collective right there from in transition.
Yeah, and then Grafton will plant herself in her favorite spot, right behind the goal. But the ball right now on the right side, a pass inside, and nice defense by number 17. Paige Benson for the Bulldogs. Drive inside. Nice help defense. A foul right there to the to the chagrin of the Bulldogs. But that is going to be a foul. The stick came up. Not a penalty. but it is going to be a free opportunity from the top of the 8 for the Cougars. And this is number 2, X Factor, I called her today, Anna Miller, and she has a hat trick. And Anna Miller, kind of the quiet player. It's all about Lambros, it's all about Grafton, but Anna Miller now with 3 in the back of the net, and it's a 10-4 good buddy Falston advantage.
Love that 10-4 good buddy line. It's safe to say they just got shooters everywhere you look. I mean, left, right, attack, behind the cage, and they share the sugar, Wiley. You could see it's not about miss 72 goals or 48 assists. They'd rather sacrifice those statistics and get everyone involved, because at the end of the season, at the end of the day, it's a team effort, win or lose.
Lambros with 3, Miller with 3, Grafton with 2, and they lead the way for the Falston Lady Cougars in this 10-4 advantage. 6:37 to go in the third, and another draw. Once again, it's Haley Fleming. She will go up against
possession to Falston.
I mean, just right
Falston.
now.
Yep, that's Lambros.
I mean, just right now, again, that save when it was 8-4 looming incredibly large at the moment.
Yeah, there's absolutely no doubt about that. It would have been 8-5, and that would have been 3 goals in a row for the Lady Bulldogs. But instead, a goal, as a matter of fact, 2 in a row for the Cougars, and now a draw win, and it's in the stick of Grafton. And the breeze is picking up here. Nice inside move from the outside in, bounce shot and score.
And it's starting to pour metaphorically here for the Cougars. 3 straight goals after being moments away, maybe inches away from being only up 3. They're now up 7 halfway through the third quarter.
And let's see if Courtney Yateman uses one of her, actually she's already used a timeout here in the second half. She only has 1 left, and she's over discussing things with her coaching staff. Tremendous player in her own right. And now Southern, if they ever needed to win a draw, this is the one that Haley Fleming needs to get. She will be going up against number 25, Isla Galloway. I said Lambros won the last draw. It was Galloway, pardon me. Ended up in the stick of Lambros. And now, like a jump ball pops in the air, ground ball, and it's going to be a push on the Cougars. Big break there for the Bulldogs. Scooped up by Fleming. And now the pass, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the stick. I believe that was Grace Nash. The pass was just a bit high, and a turnover to the Cougars.
Hey, that's just a microcosm of the game right there.
Oh, but the defense is good by the Bulldogs. Lo and behold, Lily Breen comes back with the D. Bulldog possession. They heard you, Tim. I truly believe that, too. 20 for 20 from the foul line. Clank. How many times have we all done that, right? I don't know if it's superstition or not, but nonetheless, here's what the Bulldogs think. They need a little bark and bite here. And it's going to start right here with Haley Fleming. Drives in. I thought she had a shot on the right, but the double team is really good by Falston.
And they were on her like they owed her some money on that one, Wiley. You saw how quick they just flew to the offense.
Yeah, Mudd's going to have to find a way to work her way by Dixon. She does, and now there's a push. And this is going to be the first really good opportunity for the leading scorer for the Southern Lady Bulldogs, Emmy Mudd. She will have it from the far left side of the 8. 4:16 to go and clock running. 11-4, Southern trails. The best against the best. One shot and a score! A little shuttle step by Mudd, and she skips it by Cameron Roner for her first goal of this championship.
Right in the 5-hole, though. That's a nutmeg on any field that you call a goal right there. My goodness, that was perfectly executed, and You have to capitalize during those opportunities, Wiley. We talked about it multiple times throughout this broadcast. You can't come up empty-handed when you're going against a juggernaut like the Falston, because of how good they can attack from all different angles.
Yeah, and Tim, maybe that'll juice up. You've been saying all along, this Bulldog team had a couple goals in a row, needed to get that third. They need something to kind of get them juiced up. Tell you what, when Emmy Mudd shoots the ball, she shoots it as hard as anybody in the game.
That looked like an absolute dart coming from her lacrosse stick, and just nothing that the goalie could do right there for Falston.
So where I said that this was the biggest draw last time for Haley Fleming, now this one really might be to kind of keep the momentum. She's going against a gal taller than her, and Isla Galloway at 5'11", where Fleming stands at about 5'8". Gives up about 3 inches. Here's a little jump ball opportunity, and it's scooped up by Falston. There is a push, and the Lady Cougars wanted a penalty. It's not going to be there, and it's going to be Ava Lambros, and that's why they wanted the penalty. They don't like when their star player gets that extra little shove. And now an errant pass and a scoop up once again by Fleming. But it's knocked away, and it's going to belong to Southern.
Very fortunate that they did not bobble that into Falston's possession.
Speaking of possession by Falston, Tim, I thought they were over here just throwing ground balls for fun right here. I thought that was a bounce pass on the ground, but it wasn't intentional on that possession. Nevertheless, this is where you got to try to get one more goal before the fourth quarter starts, because we know, as we've seen in every game thus far, there's going to be some time that's going to be leaked out by the winning team.
A tremendous job of using her body is Cecilia Rock. She has an assist in this one. Down the field, fast break opportunity for the Bulldogs. Driving in, and a foul and a flag. And this is going to be a free opportunity from the 8 with 2:50 to go in the third.
Schiavone's going to have a big opportunity here, and this could be what they need right here. Get 6 goals. The clock is still running, but like I said, you don't want to go with too big of a deficit into the final frame, because we've seen all teams thus far here at Stevenson waste time when they've had the lead, and by a good margin.
From the top of the 8, Schiavone, Molly in, shot goes low and scores! Oh, nice move from the top to the side, and she rolled that baby underneath Roner for the goal.
That's advanced. That's not something that everyone can just do that plays lacrosse. You have to practice that hours and hours and hours, and then you pull that out in a state championship? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was a really nice play, and maybe Southern has found a little something, little opening, as you mentioned, Marquez, in the 5-hole. Mudd went down low with the skipper, and now Schiavone high to low with the roller. And it is now Falston 11 and Southern 6. Tim, this goes back to what you said. 2 in a row again for the Lady Bulldogs. Can they get that third goal in a row and kind of get this thing down to a 4-goal deficit, which would be huge?
If you get this down to 4 goals going into the fourth quarter, especially when you were down 11-4 at one point, you know, that's really one of those moments where it feels like momentum is definitely starting to shift in the other direction.
And the pendulum is going to continue to swing in their direction with getting the draw right here, so you can continue to snowball off of this momentum here. If you can get one more goal here and make it a 4-goal game, you have their backs against the wall, but you can't do that.
Well, and Schiavone maybe sold that when that was Ava Lambros. She didn't get the call on the other end, per se. And this is going to be Schiavone from the 20.
Desperate calls for desperate measures. When your backup's against the wall in the state title game, you got to do anything you can to help get your team that trophy.
Natalie Worth on Schiavone, and now behind the goal goes Southern inside 2 minutes to a $1.45. Making a curl move around the left, and now pushed down, no foul call, and now there is a whistle from the official from behind.
Yeah.
So the official, the furthest away from the play, makes the call.
Wow, this could be.
This is not going to be from the 8, though. This is going to be, it is going to be from the 8. And it's Molly Schiavone again.
Wow.
Schiavone looking for the hat trick. Pardon me. Yes, she is looking for the hat trick. Power play goal and the last goal. 112, 111, 110. There's the whistle. She goes high and scores!
Yeah, it didn't look like she got all of that, but it still found its way in the back of the net.
Oh, what a move. It looked like her head was down as if she was going to go low. Cameron Roner went down to her knees, and she went high to the right, Marquez, for the goal. What a little bit of an eye adjuster there by Molly Schiavone for a hat trick.
All I can say is that there needs to be a timeout called by head coach Maddie Palco, and that's exactly what we're going to see right here, because Tim and Wiley, they have flashbacks of losing the last 3 championships. The seniors know, hey, we've lost the last 3 times we're here. We're not trying to have a 4th and go 0 for 4 in the championship game as a student athlete for Falston. You just saw the boys. You got to think there's a little bit of pressure here, definitely with a 4-goal lead, 67 seconds left in the third, 13 minutes left to go in regulation. This has been a close game. Like we said, we thought after the first frame we might see something else, but Falston, they might be in a little bit of some trouble here. Backs against the wall. Southern creeping back up little by little and making the most of those free movement opportunities. You can't take your hat off and say enough about how good Southern and head coach Courtney Yeatman have been doing.
Yeah, and let's see what happens here with 1:07 to go in the third. We'll keep it right here, and I'm going to kind of flip the script of how an announcer's supposed to say the score, because it's now 7-11, Southern down by 4, and can the Lady Bulldogs slurp in another goal?
I think they can. I think they can.
Oh, man. We're really getting...
You want to say something like that? If you're talking 7-11, they just got a BOGO, buy one, get one. They scored 2 goals back-to-back. I mean, there it is.
There you go. And as you mentioned, BG, they would certainly like to have a big gulp of another goal or 2 or 3.
But got to be careful, because on the other end, Lambros and Grafton, like 7-11, are always open.
Well, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. How long... Can we? Are we allowed to call a timeout? How many timeouts do we get a game?
I don't know.
Tim's like, forget it. Tim's like, forget it. I'm ready to go do track and field. 11-7. Falston leads by just 4. It was 11-4 at the 5:54 mark, and just 4 minutes and 47 seconds later, it's a 4-goal contest. And again, this is interesting. Going to the other side for the draw, but no! Still won by Fleming. And it's going to be a card on the Falston Cougars and a 2-minute unreleasable. So for the last minute of the third, first minute of the fourth, the Bulldogs will have the power play.
Talk about how the tides have turned here. If they're able to capitalize and get another goal, my hands are going to start sweating, even though we're just up here calling the game.
I tell you what, friends, I am so glad, knock on wood, it looks like that weather has gone away. The next game already warming up as the Hereford Bulls get ready to play. We see them warming up on the far side.
Boy, something I just noticed, some of the players on the field are actually wearing helmets on the field. I haven't seen that.
Yes, inside pass shot and just high. Oh, my goodness, the cut by Fleming, the pass by Kajeski.
That was on the money.
2 for $1. Here it is.
Just missed a pass inside again, and Kajeski in there. And by the way, that pass behind the goal, was by Brooke Parks. This is Kajeski with 30 seconds, a minute 30 left in the power play. 11-7, Southern trails with possession.
Oh, they had a golden opportunity right there. Didn't take it, but if I'm them, I don't shoot it until there's about...
Flags up. Mudd, and now there's going to be, with 15 seconds to go, Mudd wants to get it quickly. Clock running down to 10 seconds. It's Glenelg and Hereford warming up on the opposite field. Down to 5, down to 4. Mudd inside, great pass. It's knocked away, batted around, and no, to the side of the goal. And we are at the end of 3 quarters. It was 5-2 at the end of 1, 8-3 at the half. It was a 4-3 third quarter for the Southern Lady Bulldogs, and they will be on the power play to start the fourth. The Falston Lady Cougars 11, Southern Lady Bulldogs 7. Fourth stanza starts in a moment. as you're watching the Maryland Class 1A Girls Lacrosse State Championship on the NFHS Network.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
I just wanted to take a minute to thank you for all that you do officiating high school football.
What you do matters, and what you do is important for our student athletes.
Without you and what you do, it's just practice.
I know you've worked hard in your preparation this offseason, and now it's game time.
Go out there and call them like you see them.
Embrace the grind.
And the biggest thing of all is to have fun.
Please stay safe, have a great season, and we'll all be watching.
It was just a piece of...
And welcome back to Stevenson University's Mustang Stadium, home of the Stevenson Mustangs. In Owings Mills, Maryland, it's Wiley Baker with you here, Tim Blank, Marquez Davila, Roscoe Hargrove, and we are having a dandy old time. This is championship game number 5 of 8. We've got another one tonight between Glen Elg and Hereford boys, and then a pair tomorrow in the 4A. It is 11-7. Falston leads by just 4 after leading by as many as 7. Marquez and Southern still on the power play for another 60 seconds.
You got to tighten up here, Wiley, and if you're head coach Maddie Polko, you can see the body language. She has seen this movie before. She has seen her team with an opportunity to win, but with her defense really kind of in a bit of a flurry here as Southern has just come alive in the second half with goals galore.
Well, the only saving grace for Falston is you get a draw. Oh, and an errant pass after the draw victory, and Southern is going to watch it fly. Well, no, not out of bounds. It stayed inbounds, and it's knocked out by Falston. So opposite the boys' game, when you have an extra man on, you start the quarter with the ball. With the girls, if you have a power play, it's draw time. So now Southern, with 30 seconds left on the power play. We saw them let it run out last time in the royal blue, gold, and white, going to the goal to your right in this fourth quarter and beyond if the game goes into overtime. Meantime, Falston in the white, orange, and the brownish gold. And a shot inside. Wow, good look by Haley Fleming on a dandy pass from behind by Parks.
And they're stepping on the gas, Wiley. That's another opportunity, almost a third opportunity.
Missing the pass there was Kajeski, but right into the stick of Parks.
But you like the looks that they're seeing here. If they can capitalize with their back at full strength, if they can capitalize here to open up this fourth frame, it could be massive.
And pardon me, that was Fleming, I should say. And now behind the goal, this is number 11, Molly Schiavone. To the near side, it goes to Kajeski. And now swung up top and swung around by Rachel Breen. Kajeski, Breen looking inside, goes to the right side, and that's number 8, Brooke Parks.
And we can't see right now, but did they switch keepers for Falston?
I think they did.
It is number 22 in the game for Falston. That's Erin Kate Roeder.
Oh my goodness!
And
she just
shot, and it is a push. And it's going to be possession for Southern and a 50-50 call. Southern needs to take opportunities now because they are getting the calls and they're getting the 50-50s. from the left side. Going in, shot, and it's wide.
And just right now, the Falston defense doing what they need to do right now to try to cool that momentum that had been swinging.
Inside pass, Schiavone again. Drops it, and a push foul. That was a great look by Brooke Parks. And it's going to be a free play from the 8. Free opportunity here, and holy mackerel, guess who?
That clock cannot move fast enough.
Molly Schiavone, who has scored the last 2 goals. She has a hat trick for the Bulldogs from the 8. Drives in, shot, save! And Cameron Roeder with their 7th save, guessed right. Going down low.
That they have a different goalkeeper in now.
Oh, pardon me. That was Erin Kate Roeder with her first save. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Marquez. I just said that, and I still...
Just know I got your back like Carol Pratt.
Nice. Erin Kate Roeder is a senior, similar to Cameron Roeder. So this is Roeder, R-O-E-D-E-R. And
do we have a time on
I think it's going to be a Southern. Is that going to be a Southern penalty? It is.
It is.
It is going to be a yellow card on the Bulldogs. It's going to be on Brooke Parks. And now the Southern Bulldog defense will be tested.
Because this is a team, like I said, this is the 4th. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. You got 8:32 right now to claim the championship, which you've tried to in the last 4 seasons. I keep hitting the nail on the head with that one, but man, you would hate to see a team lose 4 straight.
And how about Maddie Palco with the gutsy move going with the goalkeeper change?
Yeah.
She did not like those 3 goals in a row going in. And maybe this is just to clear the head a little bit of Cameron Roeder, who, to be honest with you, has played a really great game, as has Abby Wallace.
And Palco herself, though, like I said, she's seen this movie before with her team being down and the back's against the wall here. She's so close, 8 minutes and counting before her team can win that illustrious championship, but they've got some work to do here because Southern is coming.
Great defense there on Anna Miller, who again has been, as far as I'm concerned, the X factor for the Cougars. Inside move. This is Lambros. Shot and score! And Ava Lambros has the little sombrero. 4 goals, and that is a big one for Falston. They break a 3-0 Lady Bulldog run. It's now Falston 12 and Southern 7.
The Cougars needed that goal bad there, Wiley.
Like air, Tim, because if they didn't have that, man, were the tables turning faster than you could say goal, because my goodness, the Southern Ball Club has really woken alive in the second half. But now, like I said, Falston knows what's at stake here. They can't lose the main thing in this one.
Well, and now here comes a big draw again. And this is number 21, Delaney O'Malley for Falston, who continues to change draw folks, but it's always been Haley Fleming and control by Falston.
They still have a minute left on that penalty. If they can put a goal in right here and get it 6 with less than 7 to go, that could be monumental.
Keeping control is O'Malley. She lost it for a moment. Player down still, and now it's going to be a free opportunity from the 8.
Oh, man.
And if Anna Miller puts this one in,
pressure's on. This is the last quarter you have. You only have 7 minutes.
She's been golden. 7:07, as a matter of fact, to go. 35 seconds left on the power play. Drives in, shot, and score! Anna Miller shares the little sombrero with Ava Lambros. Her 4th goal with 7:01 to go. Goals just 43 seconds apart by Lambros and Miller. And it is now a 13-7 advantage.
And you can keep the Cougars down for a little bit, but you can't stop them completely, and that's what we've seen. 13 goals in a state title game. And, boys, you want to hear something so eerie that it's crazy. In the state tournament, in 4 of the last 4 games, they have won, and the other team's score has been 7. Southern has 7 goals right now. If they end and have Southern 7, I mean, it's just the luck of the Irish at that point. My goodness. 4th time's the charm. 7 in the last 4 games you've allowed. That's just something that I noticed.
That's crazy. And the key right now is, well, that's a great draw win. So the Bulldogs looking to kill off the remainder of their player down here. 2 power play goals, one by Lambros, one by Miller. And now Southern, plenty of time. They just have to, and now there's going to be an illegal screen on Southern, and with 5 seconds to go in the penalty, clock runs with 6:30 to go as the penalty concludes, and Southern goes from a 4-goal deficit to a 6-goal deficit during that man down.
And look at the coast to coast right here, but again, this is where you don't need to put your foot off the gas. Now you can take your foot off, put the cruise control on, and just do your stick and ball work like you have all season long, because you could just take 1 minute off, 1 minute off. A 6-goal deficit is really, really tall task to ask any team.
Wow, Schiavone with good defense. Clearing that last ball, to give her credit, was number 10, Natalie Worth for Falston. She did a nice job there, going to her left. Triple team to her left even more, and a kick save. Number 7 for Wallace in goal. So Roeder and Roner combining for 7 saves. Wallace with 7 saves.
And they've got to go.
13-7. Sevens are wild. And now Southern gets the ball stick checked away. 5.5 minutes to go.
I heard that 7s are wild. I like that.
13-7. I'm not if Falston necessarily needs to kick the extra point here.
No, you gotta take your as much time as you
can.
Oh.
Shot and save. Oh, I think Wallace wasn't sure she got it, but Abby with her 8th save. And that was critical.
Very critical. You couldn't let one go, but now you have to turn the burners on, and something like that cannot happen. You got less than 5 minutes to score 6.
Courtney Yateman encouraging her squad to push it up the field, and here come the Bulldogs.
They have only
nice
one
pass.
They've got only one choice left: attack.
Yep, Schiavone inside pass and a whistle, as that one was going to Lily Breen. So that will be a foul and a possession out at the 30. Just entering the box area with 4.5 minutes to go. The Bulldogs have to really amp it up. Pass inside, and it was intended for Fleming, knocked away by the Cougars, and back to their goalie, Roeder, and Roeder will pass it to the far side, and Falston slows things way down against the 10-player ride by Southern. Oh, nice middle pass there. Beautiful look. Nice job getting open is number 6. That's Addison Price. Pardon me, that is Natalie Schromsky, should I say, the sophomore. Again, got to check out the 6s and the 8s. Sometimes a little tough from us as we're in the penthouse here at Stevenson University. Great view. Nice move by Miller. Ducks between 3 Bulldogs and decides to pull it out.
That is
a veteran move by the senior.
Oh, my goodness.
Shot and score! And then the lulling the Bulldogs to sleep was number 13, Olivia Parker, and she gets the 14th goal with 3:30 to go. And the Southern Bulldogs are going to use their second and final time out of the half. We'll take one as well. It is desperation time for the team from Anne Arundel County. The Southern Bulldogs trail the Falston Cougars 14-7 in this Maryland Class 1A Girls Lacrosse Championship on the NFHS Network.
Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would happen. My family never thought it would happen. And then within 2.5 years, here I am.
He's actually a madman whenever it comes to playing on the sticks.
You know, he's going to be the first one that pursues this into an academic career.
Me getting an esports scholarship could show other students that it's possible for them too, as long as they put their mind to it and put some effort into it.
Well, for the Southern Lady Bulldogs, it's got to be up to the team captains here to boost their team down 7, 14-7 to the Falston Cougars. Emmy Mudd, second team All-County by the coaches, Molly Durkin as well. Mudd getting ready to become a Mountaineer at Mount St. Mary's, team leader in goals. But it has been a wide-open attack by the Falston Cougars. Galloway going to Mercer, Lambros going to Flagler, O'Malley going to Rhodes, Roner going to Navy, that's Cam Roner, Roeder going to UMass Lowell, Meyer going to Elizabethtown, Worth going to VCU, Grafton going to Grand Valley State, and Miller going to UMBC. But the Southern Lady Bulldogs are not going to give up. They win a draw here. This is their team's second semifinal appearance in 4 seasons, and you know they're not going to go down easily.
But you can't have that right there, especially being down 7 after the timeout. You called the timeout. You got to capitalize. Head coach Courtney Yeatman had to have something drawn up, and now this is where you dissect the clock. 2:50 to go. This is where you don't do much, but they don't listen to those words, and they just give the ball away.
Yeah, you know, Courtney Yateman's squad tried to get themselves in a position, it looked like, on the right side on an overload, and Falston read it. And again, maybe it was film, but they read what was going to happen during that timeout, so Maddie Palko's squad was able to counter on D, but now the Bulldogs get it back as they counter, but time's running out, 2:30 to go, 14-7 Falston over Southern. And now the defense amps up, and there is an official's timeout as down goes Molly Durkin, and we do not want to see that for sure. Durkin, team captain, she has been the team leader in caused turnovers and ground balls, and she is going to go play lacrosse somewhere. She's still making a decision. She could be very local, and you know, we have to say hats off to the trainers. We have had outstanding trainers throughout the state. I know in Anne Arundel County, we use MedStar and Pivot. You know, regardless of where the trainers come from, hats off to them. I mean, how fast did they get out there on the field? 10 seconds? Less than 10 seconds to help out. And, of course, both teams are in concern. You can see the Falston squad peering over, and, of course, the Southern squad at about midfield, and they're very concerned about their superstar player.
And you certainly hate to see it, especially this late in the game, to see a situation like this, and you hope that it's nothing serious.
We've seen the turf. It almost looked like a little turf monster for her as well. There was a battle for the ball, loose ball, and it looks like it's the right leg. And again, we don't want to speculate too much.
It looked like they bumped knees on that play going for the ball, knee-to-knee contact, but now with the teams getting called back to the bench.
Yeah, that's smart move by the officials there. Southern actually staying within about 10 yards of their teammate and their comrade. As we want to remind you, this is game 2 of 3. As again, we hope Molly. Oh, this is great. This is good news. Durkin is now up, off her back. And I think, you know, when you get your foot caught in the turf, it is a scary, scary moment. The grass gives way. The grass and the dirt kind of give way. When you're on turf, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. The turf is beautiful. How about Molly Durkin? She's going to be assisted off. It looks like a right leg injury. Hopefully, it looks like she's putting a little bit of pressure on it, and that is tremendous news.
And you got to give it to her and her team for leaving it all out on the floor. You just can't say enough. They're bringing the gator out on the floors, or the field, excuse me, so they can get her off the field quicker so they can finish this game off.
And really just kind of save her energy, because it looks like she's going to be okay, which is good news. And big round of applause. Again, the sportsmanship has been tremendous by all the fans here, both sides, from the Bulldogs and the Cougars, with a huge round of applause. And I don't necessarily think this is going to have to be one of those thumbs-up moments. It doesn't look like something that's going to be too major. At least we certainly pray it won't. As Molly Durkin will be wheeled to the sideline to another big round of applause by both sets of fans.
So they'll wait.
Even by the players on the field. You gotta love it.
You gotta love it because at the end of the day, it's just a game and you never want to see anybody go down no matter the circumstance. But nevertheless, once they get off of the field, they'll resume play. 2:20 left in this one. Falston 2:20 away from just overcoming every single odd and everything stacked against them. There's 12 seniors on this Falston Cougar team that have lost in the championship the last 3 years. They will probably see lots of emotion here once this final whistle is blown.
Oh, yeah, there are going to be lots of emotions, as always, for both the finalist and, I always like to call it finalist, by the finalist and by the champion. And now there's going to be a 2-minute card here. The stick got up just a little high on the duck. It's going to be Haley Fleming.
And that's the end of her day because there's only 2 minutes left to go. So
she's a junior, so her career will continue next year with 2 minutes to go. Her state championship is complete, and it is Sydney Grafton.
And if you're false,
possession, yeah, they don't even need to shoot here. Up 14-7. Southern's going to have to put the pressure on and cause a turnover here. And they're a player down. Power play for the Cougars.
Yeah, this is all just going to be cosmetic at this point. You run out the clock, you go and get your state title, and you celebrate with the fellow Falston Cougars that are here with you in attendance who just won a state title of their own.
Looking for their first title were the Southern Lady Bulldogs. They have been in the States a number of times, though. Still looking for that elusive first title, and they have come so close again. Meantime, Falston and the Lady Cougars are looking to pick up championship number 3. As there's a horn and a timeout on the field. This has to be Falston's timeout because
use it or
Southern,
lose it.
well, Southern, has none left. So our final timeout, let's keep it right here with 1:06 to go.
It's going to happen. It looks like it's going to happen. Wiley, the 14 plus 7, you get 21. The fourth time in 4 years. All the luck and all the numbers and all the hard work are finally going to pay off for this Falston Cougar Ball Club, who are going to be crowned champions in a matter of 66 seconds here on the campus of Stephen University.
Yeah, when you look at Southern, you see back in the 90s, 92, 96, 97 in the semifinals, 90, 2001, 2002, 2004, host of times in the finals, 2021, 2022 in the semis, 2023 in the quarters. This team will be back as we look at Falston. Quarterfinals in 1990, semifinals in 92 through 95, 2011, 2013. Get a load of this. Finalists in 91, 2014, 16, 17, 21, 22, and 23. Champions in 2009 and 2012. So they are 66 seconds away from their first girls lacrosse title in 12 seasons. And the thing I love about this one is the fight and the battle by both squads.
Absolutely.
The sportsmanship has been amazing. The girls, when a foul is whatever, they scoop it up and flip it right to the other team. It's not leave it there and let it go. And it's just been a very amicable yet tough and, just tough and rough game, which you love to see. That's what you expect when you get two teams like this to the States. The number 6 and number 8 seeds, what would have been if it would have been number 1 and number 2?
Oof.
This feels like number 1 and number 2.
1 minute remaining, and it's all going to start to set in now for the Falston Cougars, who are going to sweep both the boys and the girls in the lacrosse championships in the state of Maryland.
Yep, and having the power play, Maddie Palco called that timeout. I believe that was to specifically say, do not shoot.
Exactly.
Yeah, those were the 3 words. And now a little check. That was actually a pretty good play. Everybody went, ooh, but I thought Addie Kajeski made a nice play there. It was not Kajeski, it was Gabby Tompkins. And now with 20 seconds to go, it's just a matter of time. A tremendous effort by the Southern Lady Bulldogs, but the Falston Lady Cougars are going to match the boys team, and they are going to come up with titles here at Stevenson University as the clock runs down to 0. The Falston Lady Cougars are the 2024 Maryland 1A Girls State Lacrosse Champions.
You just can't say enough about them. I mean, look what happened. They end in the 7, they get the 14, they double the other team's score. You want to talk about a championship victory? That's absurd. Like, doubling the score in the game. You get a whole plethora of goal scorers coming into this one, and you withstood one of the biggest runs we've seen in any game thus far that we've called on the NFHS network.
Yeah, a great effort by the Lady Cougars here in this one. They just really played exceptionally well, especially under pressure. Tim, you called it a couple of times. You know, that we go back to when the score was 8-4, could have been 8-5, all of a sudden jumped to 11-4. And then Southern gets 3 goals, they make it 11-7, and again, Falston somehow averts that pressure situation 2 times.
I mean, just tremendous resilience from Falston all night long, and just great play overall. And you know, they wanted this. They wanted this, I think, more than anything at this point, because you know, being here multiple times and coming up just short, it gets old after a while.
And you got 9 seniors playing on the next level. You got 12 seniors in general, so that means your whole class of 2024 went to the state championship each and every year. Couldn't quite get the gold, but they leave with the ring at the end of their high school career. You can't say enough about that.
The Lady Cougars finished the season at 12-6, 5 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth. The Southern Lady Bulldogs, 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 in the third, none in the fourth. 13-6 of the Lady Cougars. They are the champions. The finalists, the Southern Lady Bulldogs. Tell you what, they never gave up in this one. And again, you know, you had a host of players. I was really impressed with Molly Schiavone.
Definitely, she kept that team in the game for about as long as you could ask for there. And if there's definitely one that could work well as an MVP in a losing effort, she could very well have that.
For sure, as I continue to work out some stats here, we will come up with those for you in just a split second. I've got to continue to do my addition here. And just a tremendous game. You know, 14-7 doesn't really indicate how close Southern could have gotten. It could have been a 3-goal game, 2-goal game, as the fans with a standing ovation for the champions, Falston Lady Cougars, and the finalists, the Southern Lady Bulldogs.
Assistant Principal Joe Dennis and Supervisor of Athletics Clayton Culp.
Let's go to Ryan for the awards ceremony, and then we'll have our statistics and our wrap in just a moment.
To your 1A state finalist Southern Bulldogs. Number 1, Audrey Mudd. Number 2, Addie Kajeski. Number 3, Gabby Tompkins. Number 4, Rachel Breen. Number 5, Sienna Neal. Number 6, Addison Price. Number 7, Ashton Huggins. Number 8, Brooke Parks. Number 9, Molly Haley. Number 10, Elena Fennell. Number 11, Molly Chavone. Number 12, Isabel Grigg. Number 13, Grace Nash. Number 14, Mandy Mulhern. Number 15, Haley Fleming. Number 16, Isabel Sutherland. Number 17, Paige Benson. Number 18, Molly Durkin. Number 19, Julia Hahn. Number 20, Lillian Wallace. Number 21, Lily Breen. Number 22, Cecilia Rock. Number 23, Caroline Harding. Number 24, Taylor Price. Number 26, Grace Legacy. Number 28, Emmy Mudd. Number 30, Maylene Marshall. Number 31, Claire Ogilvy. Number 32, Lily Winecki. Number 33, Abby Wallace. Assistant coaches for Southern, Brittany Yeatman, Delaney Tompkins, and Shannon Barnhart. And presenting the 1A state finalist trophy to head coach Courtney Yeatman. Ladies and gentlemen, your 1A state finalist Southern Bulldogs. And now presenting the 1A state championship medals for the Boston Cougars. Their athletic director, Patrick Mall, principal, Joe Collins, and supervisor of athletics, Debbie Baszler. To number 1, Jillian Winley. Number 2, Anna Miller. Number 3, Cameron Dauphiné. Number 4, Ava Lambrose. Number 5, Kayla Hausman. Number 6, Natalie Stromsky. Number 7, Harper Canatella. Number 8, Elise Buckler. Number 9, Abby Ho. Number 10, Natalie Worth. Number 11, Campbell Fox. Number 12, Kylie O'Malley. Number 13, Olivia Parker. Number 14, Peyton Wheeler. Number 15, Alex Croucher. Number 16, Abby Richards. Number 17, Haley Meyer. Number 18, Alexa Wilson. Number 20, Madison Hugel. Number 21, Delaney O'Malley. Number 22, E.K. Roeder. Number 23, Laurel Hahn. Number 24, Marissa Dixon. Number 25, Ayla Galloway. Number 26, Sydney Grafton. Number 28, Cameron Roner. Assistant coaches for Boston, Abby McCush, Aylin Abney, Jackie Cummings, Becky Street, their managers, Mackenzie Mazer, Jaden Woods, and presenting the 1A state championship trophy to head coach, Maddie Palco. Ladies and gentlemen, your 1A NPSSAA Girls Lacrosse State Champions, the Boston Cougars.
And the headline will most likely say in the Harford County Times, finally, Boston takes the girls' title. 1 out of 4 ain't bad. Hey, you know what? Yeah, sometimes You gotta dig in the dirt deep to finally get that championship. Falston finally did it.
They got it out the mud, and fourth time's the charm. Like I said earlier, Wiley, you can't say enough about both teams. You go out in front, you weather the storm, and you're able to put the lid on the cap and close the book that is the 2023-2024 season. You end it with a ring in style, and you get to do it right after your counterparts in the boys Falston Cougars win the state championship. It's a great day to be a member of the Cougar family.
Yeah, the Falston Cougars, Tim, they got work from their stars. I thought Anna Miller was great, but I think something under the radar was Marissa Dixon's great work on defense against Emmy Mudd, who only got 1 goal in this one, and she is a heck of a player for Southern.
Oh, no two ways about it. Falston's defense deserves, they may not get the headlines for that victory, but they certainly were a big part as to why they're holding up that big piece of maple down on the field at this very moment. Just a tremendous effort by them tonight, and sure enough, they're going to be taking that one back home to Harford County. Happy as clams that they wind up champions after so many times falling short.
Lambros with the little sombrero, 4 goals. Miller with 4 goals. The hat trick of goals and assists by Grafton, 3 goals, 3 helpers. A goal by Galloway, a goal by O'Malley, a goal by Parker for Falston's 14. For the Lady Bulldogs, a hat trick, should I say, for Molly Schiavone. Congratulations to her, even though as a finalist, great effort by Schiavone. Fleming with 2 goals, Mudd with a goal, and Parks with a goal and an assist, Rock with an assist as well for the Lady Bulldogs. 7 goals in this one. The Falston Lady Cougars 14, the Southern Lady Bulldogs 7. Gentlemen, to wrap things up, Marquez, you first.
Can't say.
Tim, to wrap it up.
I just want to say my favorite numbers, 7 and 4. They beat the team. Every team they beat, they had 7 goals, and they win in their 4th chance. 4th time's the charm. Don't believe this 3rd time's the charm. 4th time is the charm. And like I said, shout out to the Cougar Nation back in Hartford County.
Yeah, and I tell you what, a little connection here, Tim, with Southern and Broadneck, who plays twice tomorrow. Christy Starr, the newest athletic director in Anne Arundel County Public Schools. Her husband is the basketball coach for the Broadneck Bruins. They're up tomorrow. Can some of this maybe vibe turn into a couple victories for Broadneck tomorrow?
You wonder if that's the case. I mean, when it comes to high school sports, you eventually learn that everyone has at least one connection to someone in that world. But again, tremendous game for both teams. We wish all of them the best, and we hope that next season is just as fruitful for both teams.
For sure. Well, folks, we want to thank the MPSSAA, Melba, Brian, Ryan on the PA, and many others. Thank you so much. Stevenson University, the NFHS Network. Want to thank everybody who's been such a big part of this. Roscoe Hargrove on the camera. My partners, Tim Blank and Marquez Davila. And in honor and memory of my mom, Dee Baker, I'm Wiley Baker for the final time in the Class 1A Maryland Girls Lacrosse Championship. Congratulations to both squads, but the Falston Lady Cougars are the champions, 14-7 over the Southern Lady Bulldogs. I'm Wiley Baker. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Until we meet again for game number 3 today between Hereford and Glen Elg. Be safe out there. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and God bless.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it the 3.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch.